One of my favorite things is when I go over to a friend's house and instead of like being there to be entertained, I just get to be part of their daily rhythm. I get to stand and chat while they do housework or sit and just see how their life flows. And as much as I wish all of you could come over and have a cuppa with me, that's not always possible. So I've done the next best thing. Come along with me. I want to show you some imperfect hot mess homemaking, to show you how I get things done. Let's go and hang out. This is how my house started out this morning. So it's definitely not perfect. There are some dishes on the sink which are clean. I also forgot to pull the plug out of that water, so that's going to be fun for me later. But always first is coffee. I actually try to avoid my children till I've had one so that I am not grumpy. But every single day I play this game of me versus the coffee machine. So can I unstack my dishwasher before my coffee is ready? And almost every day I win. I am not my best at nighttime. It's usually when I'm feeling the sickest. So I used to stress out about leaving my kitchen absolutely perfect, and now I tend not to stress. And as long as all the dishes are clean and the food is put away, I totally just call it good. Making lunch boxes is not one of my favorite things to do, but one of the things I have found that is really helpful is I make a lot of stuff in advance. I have baking, I have rolls ready to go, and so basically in the morning all I'm doing is picking all the things and whacking them in a lunchbox. Now I am just taking a few precious seconds to cuddle and watch Bluey. I'm dressed. As you can see, I had every intention of filming myself getting ready this morning with this Wes Anderson kind of vibe, but that did not happen because I have a 16-year-old who can actually drive to school, which then means when we get to the school, I have to get out in front of people, and so I didn't want to go in my pajamas. So I quickly got dressed. Now I am just going to finish getting ready and then we're going to hit the ground running today. I have a crazy day, but I'm going to take you along with me. I am going to have another cup of coffee. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Sarah, didn't you just make a cup of coffee? Well, I think we both know the answer to this little quandary. So I'm going to have a coffee and then we're going to get going, and let's just come with me. It's going to be great. Welcome to the world's worst makeup tutorial, guys. I have been doing my makeup the same way since I was 16, and I'm just gonna roll with it now. So because I have vitiligo on my skin, basically I just even out my skin tone. I definitely do not think you have to wear makeup every day if it's not your jam, but for me, it just kind of makes me feel put together and sets me up to keep being productive. I also use way too much blush, and if you have a chronic illness, you know it's because when you have pink cheeks, people are less likely to ask you if you are sick. So, I'm just working with what I got. I also use eyeshadow to fill in my eyebrows, which I know is not what you're supposed to do, but I like the way it looks, so I'm just keeping doing it. So there you go, guys. Here is just the worst makeup tutorial you've ever seen. I'm just giving this little area a quick wipe over. Is it perfect? No. But does it get the job done? Absolutely. I wish I was one of those pretty planner people, but I am all about getting it in there in a way that helps me visually to see what's going on. So that is exactly what I'm doing. I also write a separate to-do list, and then I am moving on to ordering my groceries because it is by far the easiest if you homeschool your kids. We had a pretty rainy week up until this point, so I actually did 5 loads of laundry on this day, but I think this is the only footage I got of it. But if you could just repeat this in your head 5 times over, that was pretty much my day. Full disclosure, the day before, this room was completely bonkers. So I had just gone through it and reorganized it. If you want to see a before and after, it's on my Instagram and Facebook page. But it is so quick and easy, and I have reorganized where I put the couch in this room so I can hide his bed away behind it. It is like magic. I love how quick it is to clean up this room now. I am definitely not a homeschooling expert, but one thing I have learned is that my kids work much better with cups of tea and snacks. So I am just quickly cutting up some fruit and making some cups of tea before we get our schoolwork started. It just is what works best for us, but I'm totally down for all of your ideas in the comments down below. We do lots of hands-on learning, but there is an element of our day where we do sit down and work in workbooks and do some more traditional schooling. And so I just find that all of us together, where I'm there to help and conference, makes it so much easier for us. And then once we've got this out of the way, the rest of our day is free for whatever we want to learn about. Winnie has just started a project on the Australian Country Women's Association. So we borrowed this book from the library and we are making some of the vintage recipes out of it. So she picked a recipe called yo-yo biscuits, which we are making, and we are converting them from the old measurement standards to the new ones as part of our maths problems. And we had such a good time making these biscuits. And honestly, we've actually made a few recipes from this book, and all of them have been absolutely amazing. I used to actually dread cooking with my kids in the kitchen until I totally relaxed. Like on this day when he's like, can I use my hands? I'm like, yeah, sure. The only people that are going to be eating it is us. She has such a good time baking. And if things don't work out or they don't taste or look exactly like the book, it really does not matter at all. Now, the rest of our day got super busy and I actually forgot to finish filming Winnie making these. So here is a little photo of the end product. She did such a good job. When Hamish saw Winnie making something, he was desperate to make something. So we are just whipping up some pancakes, which we ended up having for a really, really quick lunch because, as I said, the rest of our day got super busy. But I am so proud of what my kids are able to do in the kitchen, even if it scares me a little, like him near this hot plate. He really is capable of so much more than I imagine. So guys, in typical Sarah fashion, I have started 20 projects and I actually have to be at a meeting at 1 o'clock and it is now like 1:45. So I have got the kids getting ready to go. I'm just going to quickly pick everything up here and try and just reset it a little bit. These biscuits will have to be waited to be iced till when we get back. I'm just going to give everything a quick tidy. And then I have to pick up my click and collect order on my way back from the meeting. So it's all happening and I need to hurry. So let's do it. This is a little example of a progress over perfection or making things like 1% better. I am literally shoving everything in the dishwasher, lifting everything up so I can have my robot quickly vacuum while I'm out. So of course, nothing is how I would love to do it. I would have loved to wipe the table and all the chairs and get everything wiped over before I left, but time would not allow. So it is 1% better than how I would have left it. And when I came back, I was glad that I invested this short amount of time. I am back from my meeting with my click and collect order. Now I do a lot of my shopping at our local fruit market, and so this is kind of like a hodgepodge of groceries. But one thing that absolutely changed my mind when it came to online groceries is I actually add things to my cart as soon as I remember that we've run out. That way when it's time for me to come to do the order, it's already in there. Editing Sarah here, guys. I just realized I am really bad at filming at nighttime when all of the things get crazy, but I wanted you guys to know, did I finish my to-do list? No, I did not. But you know what? It doesn't matter because tomorrow is a new day and I can roll over things that I didn't get done today and do them tomorrow. So whatever your homemaking looks like, it is perfect. Whatever you get done today is just perfect because there is always tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one.